You see, since I was 7 years old, I had been trying to please a God who was a harsh, demanding tyrant, for whom I had to be very good and work very hard and follow all the rules. Well, I was a very nice, serious little Christian girl, so I did that with great earnestness. And as a pastor's wife, I did that with great earnestness. But I discovered that you can only strive for God's love for so long, and eventually you just don't have the energy anymore. And that's what happened to me. And so I knew that in order to find a healthy, more sustainably, and maybe even a more joyful way to life, I had to get off the many treadmills of being perfect and being productive and keeping God and keeping everybody else happy all the time. I knew I needed to get off all those treadmills and rest. But there was a problem. The unrelenting God of my childhood would not let me do that, would not let me rest. So not out of rebellion, but out of desperation, I turned my back on that much too burdensome God and on Christianity as I had known it. I was 40 years old, married to a fairly public pastor, and I'd lost my faith. I felt like a confused, broken, and terrified heretic. My journey back to a Christianity that I could believe in was long and meandering. And it led me often through the writings of poets and mystics. Poets and mystics, because they use the language of mystery, and they live with a sense of mystery. And although I didn't realize it at the time, and I didn't know why I kept being led to the poets and mystics, but I learned that I needed to reclaim the God of mystery. I grew up in a Christianity that had everything sorted out and everything made sense and God made sense, and yet he never really did to me. You know, the other night, Kay Warren talked about how her journey through the crucible of great pain led her to a place of renewed hope, but also to a renewed realization that there was much about God and about her life with God that she had to put in a big box called mystery. And I think that becomes true for many of us as we get older and as we experience more of life. And one of the things that I had to accept about myself during that era was that when it comes to God, I am a serious doubter and questioner and struggler. So I had, and I continue to have a big box filled with mystery. The poets and the mystics also pointed me to the words of the ancient desert fathers and the mothers, as well as more contemporary contemplative writers, many from a Catholic tradition that were very new to me. And they all pointed me in a single direction, into silence and stillness and listening. And that began a profound healing in me. I began to sense, as I sat in silence, that it was okay to just sit, okay to just be silent. I was not breaking some big moral law of the universe by getting off from all those various treadmills and resting. It was okay. As I continued that practice of silence, I felt my soul coming to life. I wasn't ready to be a Christian again. It wasn't that simple. But eventually, the healing work of silence awakened in me an authentic desire to look again at the words and the ways of Jesus.